I'm Caroline Simpson. I'm a Berklee Online student, and I have a unique situation here today. I'm sitting with the founders of Supertramp. What? Who?
Oh no, it's Bret Willmott and Philipp van Endert.
Oh, sorry. I'm sitting here with Bret Wilmott. And Philipp van Endert. We're in Düsseldorf, Germany, and for those of you who are not familiar with the Rhineland, get a map. No, Düsseldorf is situated above Cologne, and beyond that, you really should get a map. Bret is here in Germany to, they've just had a weekend whirlwind tour in the Rhineland with Bret's Frets, and we'll talk about that first. So let's find out, how did Bret's Frets, Europe and Germany actually come together? How did that start?
Start with me?
Yeah.
Because it actually started with me.
Okay. Over here.
But you can start with me. But he actually is responsible for it.
Is he? Okay.
Yes. Well, I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay. I have, for over 25 years, a Bret's Frets student ensemble at Berklee, and it's actually entitled Advanced Performance Labs. So Bret's Frets is kind of an informal name for it. And I've had a lot of now named musicians, guitarists that were students at the time, including Bill Frisell, Rosenwinkel,
Yeah.
and some others. And then in 1994, Philip? This is where Philip takes over. It was in 93.
We started actually in 94. We did the first tour in Europe, but I think
started in 93.
We started in 93, I think. Huh?
Philipp van Endert joined the group. I asked him to join the group, and we can go through all the other band member names, but basically that was the beginning of it. And then Philip suggested that we might put a tour together in Europe, and I thought, wow, what a great job, great idea. And approached Berklee on this, and they agreed to support us with a 2-week tour in '94, October.
October '94, yeah.
Yeah. If you are nervous before a show, how do you change that into some kind of creative energy? Or
boy, and I'm a basket case, so maybe we should talk to Philip about that. But
I mean, first of all, I think that there has to be a certain amount of nervousness before. I mean, and it's healthy, it's good, because it sets some other energy free. And for me, it's usually it's good, like half an hour before the gig, just to sit down with the guitar and do some exercise. Nothing really, you know, no licks or any harmonic stuff. Nothing creative. Just sit down and move the fingers, and then being with the guys, being with the band, talking a little bit, and then usually there's a good vibe before they're joking. You know, everybody's a little bit. If that wouldn't be the case, I think it would be weird too. So there has to be a certain amount. But
I expect to be nervous, and the gigs that I have not performed well, I've been too comfortable. And when I do that, I go, oh boy, you know, I want something to. So, but I'm generally nervous when I play, so I have to calm myself down. It depends on the situation. If everyone in the band is nervous, and again, that first night, I think we were all a little bit anxious, but we were just having such a good time, and it somehow it was balanced between all of us. And I suppose if everyone had played the wrong beat one, the wrong note, it might have been a horror story, but we didn't. And for me, that's it. About the first 2 or 3 notes, and then I'm into it, and just kind of close my eyes, and I just feel it. And I say, yeah, this is good tonight. So then I start, and then again, the audience feedback. If they were throwing stuff at us, I mean, I probably would get more nervous, but then you guys weren't, and you guys were. It was. You know, evident right off that you really supported what we were doing, enjoyed it, and it's like, oh, good, okay, I'll just relax and give the best I can.
Yeah.
So you know, and there is something about music that's very soothing.
I have a question now about those students who have time problems and have questions concerning musical notation, learning to read. Is it necessary? I don't have time to practice. you know, at that age in life, you're kind of swamped with other...
At first I thought you were talking about time problems, like...
Time problems.
You're talking about, okay.
No. Time to do the...
Right.
To devote to the, to your guitar playing.
Right. And there are those students, although that is very difficult as a full-time student at Berklee to have any kind of... If you have to compromise your lessons and not get full attention and practice in the evening and do everything, you're not going to get a lot out of it there. I have to say that because I've had some students that are trying to work or do a different gig rather than music while they're there, and very difficult. You might be able to talk more on it because I think something like a part-time or an online course would be really good for those kind of students. But I wouldn't recommend a student be going to school there and doing some kind of full-time gig that had nothing to do with music. It would just be insane because it's way too demanding. The courses, we're all really selfish, and I am too, but I'm sensitive to that. But I love to work hard at my courses, and I think every teacher's like that at school. And the students have to put in a lot of time and a lot of effort. There's just no way, if somebody had time constraints, that I've had a couple of students that had families, and that was tricky. It's just very hard to balance that. So my recommendation there would be something like, maybe you can talk a little bit on. I don't know a lot about the online program. In the summer you can take some part-time courses, and that might be another way of doing it. So
I kind of learned to know the online programs through you, which was, and I think it's very well done, and it's a great opportunity for people who are having, you know, family and life next to it, because you can pretty much take it piece by piece. But I just know, like, from when I was studying in Boston, I mean, my first semester, I think there was probably one day that I took off to take a look at Boston, but my first semester I just stayed in my room and practiced, you know, because there was so much, I had to do so much stuff, and then I couldn't have done it, like, during my whole stay there, and then all the semesters, I couldn't have done a different job. I was so focused on music. It was very important to me to be so focused on it. So
being a very accomplished musician can be very difficult. There's a lot that goes into it. I think today, even more so, even though it's more diverse today, no question, you have more opportunities, I think also it's more competitive. And you really have to know different styles, and I would have to say the level of student now is way higher than it was 20 or 30 years ago. And the level of musicianship level of certainly popular music and jazz music is way high. And more people there. So it is a demanding profession. It's, you know, it would be hard for somebody who was only doing it part-time or whatever to obtain, I think, that kind of level with some serious time given to it. They'd have to invest some more time to reach that level, I think. So, that sounds discouraging for somebody who's
sorry.
But for most people, there's always, I mean, they can always learn, certainly through Berklee, being inspired and learn. I mean, we did the clinic there, and I think that exactly what I said is that some of my best lessons went over my head, blah, blah. I'm hoping that would happen. I think Philip even said at the clinic we did the other day that there were a lot of different levels of students there. Now here I'm just talking at this level because that's all I can do, and there's the material, but I hope that it reached every student. Some that will come back later and maybe just one chord or two enrich their lives, and maybe they compose something. So everyone will get something out of it. Maybe not answering your question too well, but I just reserve the higher element. There is, it takes a large commitment to be a very accomplished professional musician today.